Hi, this is Doug Capella in Cumming, Georgia, north of Atlanta. Those of you that have watched any of my other videos know that I'm a realtor, and I want to talk to you a little bit about specifically about buying houses in this area in what is a very, very challenging market right now. First of all, let me just say this much, that we've all heard, unless we've been living on Mars or somewhere like that or been hiding in a cave for the last 2 years, that it's a buyer's market. However, that can be extremely misleading, and there are some drawbacks to that even for buyers, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first of all, I want to talk about the importance of being specialized in what you do. Now, I know that when I got into this real estate business, that a lot of agents tend to think that since they have a Georgia real estate license, that means that they should sell houses everywhere, and they should sell all kinds of houses. Now, in all fairness, some people like to do that. Some people feel that they're good that way. I think it's ridiculous. And let me explain to you why. First of all, nobody can know every place. And even though I've lived here since 1984, my area of expertise is on the north side of Atlanta. If you were to take a line from, say, Roswell through Alpharetta through Norcross, and to go north along the Georgia 400 corridor, including Cumming, Duluth, Suwanee, Dawsonville, Dahlonega, and Hall County, that's pretty much the area I worked. And I also learned that I needed to specialize in the types of homes that I help people sell and help people buy. And because of the area I live in, those houses tend to be either lake houses or golf course houses, or typically a single family home anywhere from about $250,000 and up, or a condo from about $200,000 and up. Now, there are other types of homes to buy. There are multifamily homes, there's mobile homes, and there's people that are investors, and truthfully, I am not the best person for those people to work with. I just don't know those markets. So anybody that fits those categories would be better served to get another agent, and if need be, they're welcome to contact me, and I'll be happy to recommend somebody for them. Now, in looking at this market, there's something that everybody needs to understand, and that is, of course, as long as you've been watching the news, prices are down to a certain extent. However, here in North Georgia, especially the north part of Atlanta, our prices have pretty well held the line. There are foreclosures, but they're typically in areas way south of here, and they're homes under $200,000. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't exceptions, but they're few and far between. And for the most part, this is still a great area to buy. Those of you that are familiar with this area know that Forsyth County has been one of the fastest growing counties for a long time. The school systems here are excellent. If you get up somewhere like Cumming and other points north, you can typically get quite a bit of land for your money. But if you're moving here from out of state, people aren't giving their houses away. I mean, yes, it's a buyer's market, but only within reason. And most sellers have already adjusted their prices. So the real key when you're working with an agent is to make sure that whatever price you're offering for a house is consistent with what homes in that area have been selling for. Now, one thing I also want to stress is the importance of getting a good agent. Now, about 80% of the people that start looking for a house nowadays end up looking through the internet. And typically they'll register with one or more websites, and then they have an agent assigned to them, for the most part, in a random manner. Now, that's about the same as having a doctor assigned to you whose skill set maybe doesn't even match the problem that you have physically. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. It's the same thing with a real estate agent. You need somebody who specializes in the areas that you're interested in and who specializes in the type of a home that you're looking for. If not, you'd be better served with a different agent. And there are plenty of times when I choose not to work with certain buyers because honestly I can't do a good job for them because I don't know the area or the type of a home that they're looking for, and I'll be upfront with people about that. When you're moving to a different area, especially if you're moving from out of town, there's a lot of things that are important. School systems are extremely important, but especially traffic patterns. In a busy area like Atlanta where it's very desirable, there are certain areas that, depending on where you work, you don't want to necessarily be, because even though the homes might be nice, if you're not careful, a 5-mile drive can easily equate to 45 minutes or longer each way, and that's very, very difficult traffic. So depending on where you live is going to depend on where I'm going to depending on where you work, is going to dictate where I recommend that you ought to consider looking at a home. It's also very important that you have an agent that understands to find out what you're looking for. You can spend an awful lot of time needlessly running around looking at houses in areas that just are not suitable for you and your family, and there's no reason to do this. Any good agent has the tools to focus their search on strictly those type of homes that might fit your needs, and that's what you want to do, because nobody's got an indefinite amount of time to look for homes. The fact of the matter is there are people out there that think, oh, the market's going to get a whole lot worse, and truthfully it's not going to improve a lot for a couple of years. There's no question about that. But in this area, prices are holding steady. They're actually still going up, but they're going up more slowly than they did before. And there are a lot of times when we have people move here from other areas that had phenomenal appreciation, such as California, Florida, the Northeast, the DC area, Vegas, Phoenix, and they're accustomed to appreciation of 20 to 30%, and so subsequently they've seen huge price drops in recent years. We never had that. Here in the northern part of Atlanta, we consistently got 4 to 5% appreciation for about 20 years, and even now we're still sustaining about a 2 to 3% growth in this part of Atlanta. Now again, it's going to vary from neighborhood to neighborhood and house to house, but when you work with an agent, and please understand, you having a buyer's agent doesn't cost you a penny. The buyer's agent is paid by the seller. Now, could you go out and look for a house on your own? Sure you can. But statistically, there are plenty of studies out there that will show you that using a buyer's agent not only doesn't cost you anything, but you're going to get a better house in a better area at a better price than if you do it on your own, with very, very few exceptions. But that's your decision. If you choose to do it on your own, best of luck. In any case, I don't want to belabor this video because it's long already. I'd love to talk to you. My phone number and my email address are here on the screen. If you are somebody that's thinking about buying a house in Atlanta, whether you're moving locally or whether you're relocating here from somewhere else in particular, I'd love to talk with you. At the same time, if you've got a house to list here in Atlanta in the areas that I've discussed, I'd be more than happy to discuss that with you as well. So in the meantime, it is a challenging market, but it's a very rewarding market, and a lot of people are still doing transactions, and both on the selling and buying side doing very well, but even more so when they have the right help. Good luck with whatever you choose to do.